Ladies and gentlemen, dear friends, it is a pleasure to address you, albeit virtually, at the 18th International Association for Energy Economics European Conference. Today I'm reminded of the remarkable resilience and determination that underpin our pursuit of a sustainable energy future. This conference provides a unique occasion to reflect on the challenges and opportunities in the global energy transition towards decarbonization. IRENA's World Energy Transition Outlook, DeVito, Volume 1, outlines the pathway to achieving the 1.5 Celsius targets by 2050. DeVito positions electrification and efficiency as key transition drivers, enabled by renewable energy, clean hydrogen, and sustainable biomass. Over the past decades, we have witnessed renewable energy emerge as the preferred source of new power. With nearly 300 gigawatts of renewable capacity are added to the global energy mix last year alone. This remarkable growth underscores the increasing recognition of the potential of renewables in addressing energy security, fossil fuel price volatility, climate change, and access to affordable energy. However, as we celebrate this progress, we must acknowledge that our current pace of deployment falls far short of what is required. We need to triple power generation by 2050 and increase deployment level toward 10,000 gigawatts in 2030. And this will require a concerted effort across regions and technologies, looking beyond the power sector to other sectors including transport, industry, and heating. While substantial investments have driven the growth and affordability of renewables, there are disparities in investment distribution that must be addressed. The gap between the global north and the global south continues to widen, with more than half of the world's population receiving a mere 50% of total renewable energy investments. Disparities in per capita investment have more than doubled from 2015 to 2021. Notably, Africa, with the greatest energy access needs and the lowest per capita capacity, continues to face significant challenges, with less than 3 gigawatts of renewables added to the region in 2022. To bridge these gaps and disparities, addressing the critical issue of the cost of capital is imperative. Is that cost of capital the cause of, or is it the symptom? We must use the energy transition as a tool to shape a more equal and inclusive world. And in our opinion, this means overcoming barriers stemming from the system and structure created for the fossil fuel era. We need to first build the necessary infrastructure and invest at scale in grids and both land and sea routes to accommodate new production locations, trade partners, and demand centers. Here, I often give this example of the European Union and the great potential of the North Sea and the Baltic Sea. For Europe to fully benefit of this potential, it requires better collaboration and robust interconnectivity. Second, advancing an evolved policy and regulatory architecture that can facilitate targeted investments. For example, we need to reassess and redesign the market to accommodate the growing share of renewables and foster a more diverse and resilient supply chain. Diversification of supply chains is also essential. According to IRENA's recently launched report on the geopolitics of the energy transition, critical materials, geopolitical risk associated with critical materials emphasize the need for diversification and a holistic approach to proactively shape outcomes and manage risks. And finally, strategically, realigning institutional capacity to help ensure that skill and capability match the energy system we aspire to create. This also requires us to rewrite the way international cooperation works. We must critically evaluate and identify our roles and responsibilities in building this new energy system. As we approach COP28, it is imperative that we reimagine collaboration and strengthen commitment in addressing the global challenges at hand. Clear guidelines and rules are essential for financing the energy transition, particularly for vulnerable regions. Ongoing reforms in international financial institutions indicate a collective awareness of the need for substantial public investment to trigger the systemic change we seek and promote social and economic progress. Going forward, multilateral and bilateral development finance institutions need to direct more funds at better terms toward large-scale energy transition projects. By prioritizing grant and concessional loans, these institutions can provide the necessary support to least developed countries and small highland developing states. In closing, the journey toward a just energy transition is not without its hurdles, but we have the tools and knowledge to overcome them. Together, we can unlock finance, accelerate the just energy transition, and create a world powered by renewable energy. This is the moment to build a sustainable and prosperous future for all. Thank you. Thank you very much for your attention.